Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Chilean revolution. My name is Jack, and we've finished off transfer deadline day and all that. And as you can see, we've made a few transfers. Manquillo finally went to Marseille, could go up to 10.75 million. Zabaleta went to Spartak Moscow for just under £1 million. And Javier Hernandez in a surprising deal, which wasn't going to happen until Derby County offered me near enough £20 million for him. And I thought, yeah, we'll let him go. He was about 30 years old. We can get someone young in, which is what we've done. We brought in Ronaldo Vieira from Leeds, who I believe has gone to Sampdoria in real life. We brought him in. 24 million was his release clause. Deep line playmaker, what we were after. He's a young kid, 20 years old. He was equal to Mark Noble. He's Mark Noble's replacement, and he's got 4.5-star potential. So it was perfect in my eyes to bring him in and have him improve, because we've got a lot of young, good talent now, which I'm really looking forward to breathe. Antonio Sanabria from Real Betis, I believe that is. I haven't got the real name change. I don't feel the need for it most of the time. But he's come in, he's Hernandez's replacement, 6.75 mil, could rise to 24 mil if he plays like 50 games, they get 9 mil. If he scores 50 goals, they get 9 mil. And if he's doing that, he's probably worth it. So, 22 years old Paraguayan, once again, he's pretty much level to Hernandez's stats, I believe. If not, he was slightly downgraded. I can't find him now. Oh well. He was slightly, just slightly less, but he's younger. He's got potential. He was the same star rating as Hernandez, so that's fine by me. He's a striker who can also play left wing, cam, and right mid. Not very well, but he can do it if we ever need him to. Decent physicals, 17 first touch, 11 concentration, 12 composure, 15 finishing. Composure and concentration could be improved, but they're alright. He's our fourth choice striker now, pretty much. He has played 2 games, he hasn't scored yet, but they've both, I think, 1 start and 1 off the bench. So, yeah, if he doesn't get 50 games, if he doesn't get 50 goals, he's only cost us 6 mil, 7 mil when Hernandez went for 20 mil. So, it's a perfect situation, my end, I reckon. Things have been going slightly downhill since the Chelsea game. I say slightly, we're still winning, but we're not playing very well. We beat Bournemouth 2-0. It wasn't the best of games, but Yarmolenko getting a goal, getting from the penalty spot and an own goal. That tells you everything about how well the game was. We scored a penalty and we scored an own goal. So, not too much was happening. It was very scrappy. We beat Wolves 3-2. Ryan Sessegnon getting his first 2 goals for the club, which was very good to see. And Moreno also scoring. This was more comfortable purely because Wolves were shattered. They started the game with like 70%, most of them. And we still managed to concede 2 goals. So brilliant. We then beat Tottenham 2-1, Sessegnon getting another goal and Theo scoring. It was a very close game, and we just took our chances. They had a few more chances than us. They didn't take them, we took ours. Simple as that. It's good to win the local derby. We then got beat by Man City 3-1. Harry Kane scoring for them, Inaki Williams and Laporte. Moreno kicking us off. We went 1-0 up in the 3rd minute. But yeah, they're Man City. It's just got far too much firepower for us at the moment. Even if we are doing well, and I think they were 7th at the time, they've still got better players than us. We then scraped past Watford, who were 19th at the time, 1-0. Yarmolenko getting the goal. Scraped was very good definition. We then scraped past Newcastle, who were up there in the league as well. Theo and Yarmolenko scoring. So, yeah, we're scraping wins, which is always a sign of a good team, I guess, but we're just not playing very well. We'll jump straight into the team. We're playing Crystal Palace first and then Arsenal, I believe. Sessegnon's back in because Anderson has got an injury. And then that's the only change. Steroria and Garmisch are getting plenty of game time with each other. And other than that, I don't know why we're still on counter. Other than that, we'll jump straight into the game because it's the normal starting 11. Have I mentioned it in this video? I can't remember. We've just had youth intake day. It was dreadful. Like, actually dreadful. The best player was 2.5 star potential. Like, it was horrendous. Now, if you remember from last season, the first season, I didn't show you the youth intake day then either. And that one was, like, it was okay, but it just wasn't special. I think we had a 3.5 star potential player and a fair few 3-star potential players, and that was it. This time was just bad. It was so bad. It was literally just before this game. And I did start recording a video and saying, oh, it's youth intake day, here it is. I opened it up and I was like, I'm not showing them this. That is awfully bad, like, so bad. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully one day we'll get a good youth intake day, because we never got one with Gloucester either. I don't think I've ever had a good youth intake in this game, but we'll have to wait and see. We're already half hour into the game with all my ramblings. And Crystal Palace look like they've got a highlight here. It's with Townsend. He's coming inside. That's a dreadful shot. And end the highlight there, I guess. That was the dullest first half I have ever seen in my life. There was one highlight, which was what we showed you. And it was that terrible shot from Townsend. There's been 6 shots in the game overall. What a dreadful game this is. If you look down at the league table, because I didn't show you before the game, we are still sitting in second. We are 3 points ahead of Arsenal, but they have got 2 games in hand on us. So we'll probably drop down into thirds at some point. But we're 10 points away from Chelsea with the same amount of games, which we're 13 points clear of City in 5th. So we're doing extremely well to get this Champions League spot, I feel. Something drastic has got to go on. We'll bring a beer on, I think. Something drastic has got to start happening for us to not get Champions League, I want to say. I mean, Ryan Sisselman's playing. We'll bring Haksanovic on, I think, for Robertson, and then switch them both over. But yeah, something drastic is, we've got 10 games left after this. We are playing Arsenal next, so if they beat us, anything can happen, I guess. But I feel like we'll be very hard done by if we don't get Champions League. I won't be shocked if we won't get Champions League. I'll be a bit annoyed, just because we've been sitting seconds for God knows how long now. But as long as we can get a European spot, which honestly looks like we will, and the more and more we play, the more likely it looks like it's going to happen. And we played Crystal Palace earlier in the season. That was a drab 0-0 as well. We've just done it again. 11 shots in the game. Dreadful. But yeah, I'm not happy. Why do I keep on clicking no happy? It wasn't good enough. But yeah, I'm still hoping for Champions League. The more games we play, the more likely it's looking, which is just insane. Moreno's out for 3 to 5 days. Sirhouse is going to play, so he might get a goal. I'll see you in a second for the Arsenal game. Welcome back, everyone. This is the game we are waiting for. Arsenal versus West Ham. 2nd versus 3rd. If Arsenal win, they will take 2nd spot from us. I'll probably keep it. This is the team. No changes other than Sirhouse in for Moreno, who is on the bench, but I'll give Sirhouse a game, why not? But yeah, other than that, nothing's changed. We're going to stick on control for now. If the first 10 minutes it looks like, a bit hairy, they're on top a little bit, we'll probably go to a counter. But this is their team. It looks like a pretty standard Arsenal team, to be fair. They got Balotelli on the bench. Have they always had him? Interesting. Right. I clicked that the first time. Passionate. The media are giving us... They love that. They absolutely love that. Right. They're equal on points, so I assume they've had one of their games in hand, have they? They've had one of their games in hand. So this makes this game even more important, I would say. Because if we win, we could still potentially stay second if they win their game in hand, goal difference wise. But it's going to be a tough ask to beat an Arsenal team away from home. Because, they've got better players than us. It's as simple as that. They've got high quality players. They're on the attack here. Xhaka. We were doing some good harassment there. We were harassing them all over the park there. Sirhouse. Can we do something with this? Tries to find Theo. He can't. Yarmolenko's picked it up. Finds Sirhouse. Thought he buried it then. I thought he buried it. Should we be going counter? This is what I'm worried about. Yeah, they're getting a lot of shots in. I'm gonna go counter. Just until half time at least. I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit of a pussy like that. Right, corner. I've got Bonner's there. Sessegnon. Who scored? It was an own goal off Xhaka. Sessegnon with the shot. And it must have just clipped off Xhaka's heel or something like that. We'll have the laggy 3D replay if we can see what's going on. Sessegnon, yeah, just clipped off his heels. We're 1-0 up. That could be massive. That could be massive because we're only 3 points off United as well with the same amount of games. But this game's not over. And that's just proved it. Aubameyang, the injured Aubameyang, who's already scored 50 goals for them. Brilliant. Not watching a stupid replay. I don't really care what happened there. It looked like it hit the post and hit him and then went in, which is a bit stupid. But there you go. They are all over us as well. I can't throw out a concentrate apparently. Right, Xhaka with the free kick. Finds Klasinic. And it's 2-1 and they've gone above us in the league. Which, it isn't the end of the world, I know, but we're losing a lot more games now. And I'm just, in the back of my head, I'm like, they're all going to catch us up. Everyone's going to catch us up. Because I think we're playing Chelsea, I think we're playing Liverpool. And we might be playing Man United again. I can't remember. So we've got big games. Right, we're having a dreadful game. I'm going to shout at them, I think. Show me something else. It's not what I want, really, is it? We've only had 3 shots to their 16. I'm going to go ballsy and go attacking from the off. And I'm going to go ballsy and change my strikers as well. Moreno can sit deeper because he used to play that. He played quite well like that. And I'm going to have 2 complete forwards, 1 on attack, 1 on support, all out attack. It just feels like the thing to do. I don't know why. It just feels like the thing to do. We could have a highlight here. Sanabria, corner ball. We're going to see the corner, or is it just going to cut it out from the highlights? Wilshire to whip it in. Can't find Ogbonna. That's the end of the highlight. And we go straight into one of their corners. How is Alex Iwobi winning headers? I swear he's like 2 foot tall. I guy on the post should be doing better. I'm pretty sure I just hit him and went in. I hit the bar, hit him and went in. It's not a great start to the half, boys. It's not a great start. Sanabria has picked up an injury, which isn't particularly good. What injury is it? Knee injury. We just have Anderson coming back from a knee injury. He was out for like 3 to 5 weeks. We don't need you out as well, mate. I'm going to keep you on because I want to. In fact, we're going to bring on Anderson because I feel like even though he's injured slightly, he might do better than Sessegnon in this situation. I mean, we've gone attacking. We've had, 2 shots this half? It's not exactly been great. And Arsenal probably going to make it 4 now. We've managed to get the ball back right. Moreno, move forward. We're on attack. Come on. That was piss poor, that was. Balotelli's in now. Hits the bar. That's really bad. That's really bad. What was Brunette doing there? Right, these 3D replays aren't doing it for me anymore. It just hits him. I don't know if he headed it into Mkhitaryan's way, but I'm just going to go counter. Just kind of accept my losses. We got 3 injured players on the pitch. This is brilliant. It's all going a bit wrong, lads. It's all going a bit wrong. These past 2 episodes, in terms of results, these past 2 episodes have been terrible for us. And I know we're still 10 points clear of Chelsea with 9 games to go, but it's just not looking good at the moment. It's not looking good. Can we get a late consolation? We can't. The big teams are smashing us now, which is what was happening near the end of last season. So it makes it even more important that we beat the little team. I think we're going to have to go into the Champions League purely. If we want Champions League, the only way I can see us doing it is purely beating the little teams. Like doing an Arsenal. But look at the run of games. Right, we got a fairly easy looking run of games. We got Brighton, Burnley, and Middlesbrough and Preston. And then we go into Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. So what we have to do now, beat Brighton up to Preston, beat those 4 teams, try and garner some points from these 3, and then even Southampton, they're 7th. So we got 4 relatively easy games, 4 tough games, and then Derby, who may be fighting for relegation still at that point. I'm not sure. But what I will do is I'll come back for the Preston and the United game, I think. Because then, hopefully, it will be a 3-game win, and then we can see the last of it, and then the start of it. And then I'll probably do a triple episode. We'll miss Chelsea out, and then I'll probably do a triple episode for you for the last game of the season to see what happens. But I will end it there for an episode I didn't want. It didn't. We're starting to play really badly, and I'm not looking forward to this running. If you did like that video, please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here for the run-in. It's going to be exciting but nail-biting, I reckon, to see if we can get into the Champions League spots. Come back for the next video, and hopefully we can win a game, because we haven't won a game on an episode in a fair while. I've realised that. Thank you, and goodbye.